What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast.
Oh.
Period.
Okay, rip me out the plastic. I've been
acting. Let me tell you something. Lotto. Why I seen a baby that was still in the sack and somebody said, rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand.
I saw that. I was hoping that they popped it because I'm like, the baby looked like it's just in there just blinking at you like, girl.
Looking brand new. I just need y'all to make sure y'all don't suffocate yourselves ripping out the plastic.
Yeah, because I definitely was one of them people that did it and failed, so I didn't post it.
Oh my god! It reminded me of that trend where folks was putting themselves in a 30-gallon trash bag and putting a vacuum cleaner on it.
I always wanted to do that, but I felt like I was gonna break a bone.
Oh, you gonna break some hearts too when they had to bury you.
Okay.
Anyways, welcome to another episode of OD Podcast, y'all. What you been up to, Draco?
Oh my gosh. What did I do this weekend? I guess I could share what kind of shoot I had. I just can't say who was with. But I had a shoot with Nike on Friday.
Ooh, okay. I seen Gail Bean did a promo with them today.
Yeah, so I don't know who that is, but
Wanda from Snowfall.
Oh, okay, from P Valley.
Yeah. You know she from Stone Mountain?
No, she looks so familiar. You know what's crazy? I saw her in the airport one time, and I know her from P Valley.
She got one of them faces, one of them homegirl faces, if that makes sense. But she said she from Stone Mountain, so y'all could have went to school together. Let me see how old she is.
What's so crazy is...
Oh, you know what? What you call them? Know her? Cool. What's your friend with the V? Her name starts with a V.
They went to Stone Mountain?
Yeah, she's married now. She used to hang with Nirvana. She knows, obviously she knows that she's from Stone Mountain too, but she be tagging a lot of the people that I know that know Gail Bean are our age, so she got to be our age.
Okay, she looked familiar though, but I don't know. I got to look her up. What's so crazy though is P Valley is shot. Where the pink is, quote unquote, is literally the
she was born in 92.
The store that I grew up going to. That was my corner store that
on Stanton
Road.
I always say I'm gonna drive over there, but I never did it.
Yeah, I used to walk there. I remember one time I was on the news in front of that store because
you was stealing.
No, this dude behind me, it was like 2 and 3 in the morning. I don't know why I woke up, but this dude that lived behind us was fixing on his car, and he went in the house and started cooking some food, and he was on fire, like from here.
Oh, wow.
And so I was one of the witnesses. Like, I saw him walking, like, I thought it was...
You were like, he had, your microphone not picking up, by the way. I don't know what's going on.
Hello?
There we know. That's a crazy difference.
The fact that this mic want me to rip it out the plastic, and it was acting
we ain't get no brand new one. These microphones been holding on strong 5 years.
Listen, I ain't took it off this pole since I moved here. And it ain't coming off. Every time somebody come over here, they be like, "Oh, you make music?" Yes.
Oh my God, man, I hate that. So I record in my office, right? And when I first moved in, I just had a bunch of stuff like on the table, and my manager saw the microphone. He's like, "Oh, do you do a podcast?" And I hated that was the first thing he thought of. I wish he would have said music or YouTube.
I know podcasting is so like. Podcasting is so cliche now, and everybody look down on it. Kinda, it sucks.
Yeah, I don't care because I was on. I ain't gonna say I was on it before the trend, but I definitely was an early adopter. But I just don't. You know what? I really don't want people. My work environment is very different from what I'm used to, and I don't want them to find my personal life. I don't want them to find me nowhere. Now, a couple of my coworkers have ended up following me on Instagram, but they're like, the few people that I felt like were relatable, no shade. But then they started telling people how many followers I got. I'm not. It's not even like I got a lot, but to like middle of America followers, I don't know. Anyway, I'm like, dang, I hate he's seen that because I don't want him to try to find the podcast.
Oh well, they're gonna find you. You worldwide, Alicia.
Yeah, but sometimes I know my personality is different at work than it is in my personal life, and I don't know how far back people be wanting to go because I don't change. I changed my mind. I don't love you no more.
What you should have
my job, they having a PR nightmare right now. I don't want to keep it separate.
For real? Oh,
yeah. Mm-hmm. We not finna elaborate. All right,
Yeah.
so let's get straight. So wait, you said you did a photo shoot with a brand you can't name. No, you said you did something with Nike.
Yeah, I did a shoot with Nike on Friday. Then I ended up what did I do this weekend? Saturday. Dang, my days running together. I don't think I did anything Saturday. Um Yesterday I went to Sunday I went to an event. I went to a day party event kind of situation. And then yesterday I went to the fair, the LA County Fair. It was in Pomona.
Okay.
That was pretty fun. It was so expensive though. Jesus Christ, it was so
Yeah, the
high.
fair be adding up. It's like, oh, you just walked in. Say less.
Like the good rides were like 14 tickets. It was $50 for 40 tickets. And then it was $25 to get in, $25 to park. And then they had a skip line that was also $25.
$25 the part at the fair at the rollaway.
The fairground, child. We went to the fairground.
Oh, okay. What that mean?
So you know how some cities have like actual fairgrounds where they have like the concession stands that aren't always there and they just
Oh yeah,
hire
Marietta has a
vendors,
fairground.
or they
Yeah.
have like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
So
already
it's
pretty
like
much
it's
set
like
up.
intended for that purpose. It's
Yeah.
not just a parking lot at Cumberland Mall. Got it.
Yes, exactly. So
Okay. Atlanta
and
used to
then
have one. My mom told me they had blew it up for a movie. I don't know what movie that was, but it's gone.
yeah, well, yeah, we won't have one like that no more. I think the closest would be something like, because it looks similar to Atlanta Motor Speedway because they had like a speedway thing
Mm,
too. But
okay, makes sense.
yeah, it was expensive, but it was really fun. Other
I
than
haven't
that,
been to the fair in a while. I mean, even if I go, I'm not. Some of them rides just a little too janky. And after that one little boy passed away, it's like, you know what?
yeah, and
Forget
that
it.
was actually on an actual fairground too. That's what's crazy.
Mm,
And that
mm-mm.
fairground, I don't think that fairground leaves, but it wasn't an actual official amusement park. That's
Yeah.
why I kind of stay away from stuff like that. Every now and again, I feel a little risky, and I'm like, well, I want to get on that, but
That's why I don't mind places like Six Flags because the way they used to test us. Now I don't know about today's kids running. I don't know if I trust them. But when I think about how bad we used to, how thorough our testing was to even operate a ride that had one button, it's like, okay, well, I know,
I'm sure they do the same thing. There's no way that they stopped that, or that they probably made it
I'm
a little
sure,
bit more
but they
stricter
allow
too.
cell phones in the park and they allow dreadlocks. So much has
And
changed.
color hair. This is what I
And
got fired
tattoos.
for.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't put in who knows what they're up in there doing in the training center.
These folks can wear tattoos and
That what
piercings.
I'm saying. That what I'm saying. Scan the kids. But man, so wait, what you do for Memorial? Oh, that's what you did for Memorial. So
Yeah, I
okay,
went to the fair.
I moved recently and I've been trying to get my friends to come over and wave so they can see my house. Cause in reality, I don't want 30, 50 folks in my house. Not happening. Okay. So my cousins, I decided that I was gonna have my cousins come over and we was gonna have a cookout, except of instead of me grilling and cooking out, I had them place an order at cookout and I went and picked up and paid for it. So everybody had a cookout tray.
Everybody's so creative.
Everybody, listen. If we would have planned it much more in it, see the thing is, I didn't know that I was gonna be unpacked and really settled in yet. So it was like maybe 1 or 2 days before they came. So otherwise, I always either cook or I order catering or something. But I'm like, hey, y'all better look at that cookout menu. Get everybody got a budget.
That is crazy. Oh my
But I am
god.
gonna have like a little taco night function soon with some friends. Just kind of like, I don't need no house warming. I'm just gonna have a house chill because
Oh
how
my
I don't heat it
gosh.
up enough houses around here. But it was cool though. I'm really proud of how my house has come together. Very nice with the decor. Very very no kids. I had to keep making sure my little cousin wasn't wiping her hands on the sofa because I was like, hey, nah, hey, go a paper towel right there. You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
gosh. Oh my
Kids,
gosh.
they don't care. They don't got no jobs. They don't appreciate a dollar.
See, I don't have that problem. Not a lot of people have kids in LA, or I don't know a lot of people with kids out
Yes, they
here.
do. Kevin Hart and LeBron James kids just graduated from high school.
Oh yeah, because I hang out with them.
What
Um,
you said?
I'm
I
talking
mean, you
about
in the
people in the.
industry, ain't
I'm
you?
talking about working class people. That I,
Not you think you working class.
am I
You
not?
you think you so down to earth.
Am I not working
I
class?
wouldn't consider. I mean, yes, you are working class, but I think it's different though. For real, in your kind of industry, I feel like you get more than what the
The
working
bank
class
account
person
not
gets.
different.
Is there a dollar
So
amount associated with class, or is it the type of work they do?
I don't know, but the money need to add up, and it's not. So moving on.
Rip me out the bank
Um,
account. So
okay, they ripped me off the schedule. I ain't coming in, boo. That's what I meant. The meme said.
I saw a lot of discourse on Twitter this weekend about people not grilling, and you know what? I think about a lot all the time related to history. Okay, so number one, I've always said that I don't know how to grill. I'm aware that you know how to, and that's good that you're doing that even in an apartment because a lot of people are saying that the millennials are the generation right now that should be doing the hosting, the cooking out, and all that other stuff. But a lot of us live in apartments or pay rent somewhere, and while apartments have a grill, there's usually one or two. You know what I'm saying? And you got 200 units fighting for that one, or you can go to a park. But even with those things in mind, the traditional cookout that we know is at somebody's house, somebody with a backyard, somebody doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people in our generation are not they're not in a position to own. The market is drastically different compared to our aunties and uncles and stuff who were hosting before, or our grandparents. And also because of that, people just don't know how to grill. I feel like there are so many things that we were accustomed to growing up that our generation just not did not adopt. And I'm like, what is the reasoning? But I think a lot has to do with like work culture, pop culture, social norms, and things like that. Because I feel like the generation before us, it seems as if they were more focused on creating a family dynamic. And for
Yeah.
us, we just was like, for self.
See, my family is very different. So my family is very hood. We're all over the place, and it ain't just one. Like my mom is from Mechanicsville, so is my sister, but my aunt is from like Allison Court. My cousins grew up in
Hey,
Allison
I used to stay
Court.
in Allison Court.
My cousins grew up in Misty Valley on MLK. My cousins grew up in Allen Temple. Then I have cousins that grew up in Decatur. But one thing we did used to always have family gatherings. But one thing about it, nobody ever had a house, so we always came to apartments. So we
Hmm.
used to put the grill in the street. We used to put the grill in the grass in the apartments. We'll grill by the pool, whatever made it clever. And we have a big family, so it wasn't until we got older. I'll say about like eighth grade, we started going to my she's not my real aunt. She was my mom's best friend, but I just call her my aunt because she's been around my whole life. But she had a house off Washington Road, and it had a pool, and
Mm.
it had a volleyball net where we used to play badminton and stuff. So every weekend we would go there. That's actually how I gained weight. If it wasn't for her, I would still be skinny. Like I would still be a bone. Like I was skinny up until eighth grade. I didn't start getting big until eighth grade. Like when I went to high school, I started getting big. But I don't know. For me, I feel like that just makes me sad just because even as an adult, when I've went to like people's houses or apartments or something and they had like barbecues at the pool, that's my favorite part of the summer. That's always been my favorite part of
I
the
haven't really
summer.
been to many pools in my lifetime. But you know what? You just pointed out something that made me think. Like you said, your cousins would in their apartments they'll be cooking out.
Yeah, because
I
we
think
didn't have
that's an
houses.
option too. But all the apartments now is high rises, so it's like you don't even have the little space. You know, in the hood it's a little different. They don't care about
Yeah, they don't
optics
give
in
a
the
damn.
hood.
They don't
You
give a
ain't
damn.
finna be in Buckhead and Midtown, y'all cooking out, and you know what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
unfortunately, even though that's something that's normal, they have rules and regulations so that you have to like rent the grill at the pool. But I would love to go to I wanna grill some salmon, shrimp, and lobster so bad. Oh my
I
goodness.
I always recommend a small grill because the thing about it, I'm very traditional when it comes to grilling, just because that's how I grew up. I watched my uncles, like my uncles used to grill in December. It used to be snow on the ground,
I
and I
love that.
promise you, and they would light that grill up. I can specifically remember my uncle and auntie putting frog legs on the grill. Swear to God, everything
Nah, you
goes
crazy.
on that grill. Everything
Mm-mm.
goes. So
Not the lobster tail got a ribbit in it.
I ain't eat it. One thing about it,
Got a
they would
crick
eat
in your
they
tail.
they would eat frog legs, squirrel meat, deer meat. I ain't eat that shit. Rabbit, not doing it. I got a little small grill that's on my balcony that I use, and it was like $25 at Home Depot. She gets the job done.
Dang, it ain't
I bought it.
$25 no more. Cause I was looking, it was like 45.
I bought it initially because I was like, I need a little grill. So, like, if I want to go to the beach when it get hot outside, I could just bring my little grill, cook some shit, whatever. Bring my little radio, little umbrella. I just love. I try to take advantage of California, and it be so funny because since I moved here, I just find stuff to do. People that's been living here for years, like, oh my god, I can't believe you went there. That ain't the one I got though.
Oh, okay. It's by
That was
Weber. It's a
more
good one.
fancy. It need
Oh,
to
I
be a
see.
little cheaper. Go
You
back there.
so I need to go to Big Lots.
No, it need to be. They have one on Home Depot that's cheaper. That one just
you
a little bit more fancy than
you use
mine.
charcoal?
I sure do. I use charcoal and wood chips.
See, I don't know how to do that. Oh, here we go. I found
Let me
okay,
see.
this one. $28.
Yes, that's it. That's the one I got right there.
Okay, okay, cool. I'm gonna get one. I don't need nothing. I don't need, I want a nice flat top grill like hibachi style, but I
Okay,
just feel
okay.
like it's too bulky. I want to be able to just put it in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are a pain to clean. So I know how to like make mine, I guess, easier to clean. Like I wrap the
Put some
bottom,
foil on it.
yeah, so that way I can dump it like that, and then it's easy to cook to clean my little the
I gotta
top
learn how
part
to
of the
grill
grill.
for real. I've been
It's
saying this
not
for a
that it's
long
not
time.
hard, honestly. It's not hard. It's easier
It's the
for me
big
because
flame that get me. 'Cause what if I burn the
it's the,
house down? I just bought it.
no, you won't burn down the easy. Well, I like hookah, so it just reminds me of a hookah because you have to light the
Okay.
hookah coal.
Okay.
So you don't use lighter fluid on the hookah though. So you just have to. So pretty much you just light the. It's very easy. You light the coals. Once they start turning gray, that's when it's ready to put the stuff on the grill, and you close it to make the flame go down. Like if it start to build again, you close it because oxygen feeds fire. So you
Mhm.
close it, makes it go down. It's easy. It's not bad. I just don't like the fact that my hair be smelling like barbecue. My clothes, I have to go straight to the shower if I'm done.
Mm. Yeah, I got a good enough amount of space. Shoot, I can even use my driveway to and I have such a nice huge lawn space by my house. It's like part of the community. And I always be thinking like, oh, this would be nice to have like a little gathering in this. Like it's really
Yeah, you
big.
should do it.
Yeah, maybe I will. But okay, cool. We we going off to the side. We got a few things we want to talk about today. So I want to make sure we get to them without being too long winded. So first
Okay.
let's get into the black business of the week.
All right. So my black business of the week this week is a guy named Duke. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so we're gonna call him DK because that's his Instagram name. But I came across his page crazy enough from an Instagram ad. And if you know, I've been looking for somebody to do my hair, and it's been a struggle because they don't use product. And I'm sorry, I love product in my hair. I love how it looks. It makes it stay.
Juicy.
It makes my hair look hydrated. Like I'm that person. Sorry, not sorry. So all the lock police out there, lock me up, literally.
Literally.
um. So anywho, I found him. He's a barber and a loctician, and he just moved to LA from London. I think he moved there at the end of April. So he's literally just now moving here. And so I love his communication. I haven't went to him yet, but I will say that he's been so professional, opposed to the other people that I've like reached out to, and just like he's been very helpful. So he normally does the lock twist and he'll cut your hair as well, but I didn't want him to cut my hair. I think he does an amazing job. I think he does an amazing job on haircuts. However, I like my beard cut a certain way, and I've had to like train my barber to do it over time, and it's taken like 6 or 7 months for him to like get it how I want it to look. So
Mhm.
I've went through about like 8 different beard transformations since I've been going to him. So I would rather just be comfortable and stay with my barber, but I am going to go to him reasonably priced. I had to reach out to him because I wanted to know if he does offer the service without the haircut, and he said yes. He gave me the details on how to do it and blah blah blah. So I will be going to him as early as next week. So hopefully I can have enough time. I mean, I can give y'all a review, but his Instagram is DK Cutz1. That's Cutz with a Z and the number one. It'll be in the episode notes or whatever. But yeah, if you're in
I'm
LA, you
down
need
to
somebody
send
to do
them
your
over.
hair, a barber and a loctician all in one. And he's great at both. Like that's very rare. I remember one time in high school, it was back to school. I was so pressed to get my hair cut, and I was living in Stone Mountain, didn't know no barber, and there was this dude passing out cards at the train station This man told me he can braid my hair and cut my hair for like $30. I was like, oh, okay. So he was the one who cut my hairline into the damn Omarion. I told him I wanted it. He cut my hairline. He did my braids. I was like, ooh. I just couldn't tell my mama that I let a man braid my hair at the time. I'm like, well, I don't want to.
You're gonna be like, what, you gay or something?
No, it was just it was
Oh.
dangerous. Like I literally met the dude at the train station and went to his house and got my hair done, and I was under
Oh,
18.
okay, got it. Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
you
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
I get you. We was doing something. I mean, I wasn't one of those like get into stuff, getting into mischief kids, but there are definitely a few things I feel like, come on now.
Yeah, I don't know. It just was a good deal. I was a little dumb. My brain wasn't all the way
and
developed yet,
and you
so
wanted
don't.
your haircut real bad.
I needed a little, and that was senior year going into senior year. I had a good job working at Six Flags. I had we was racking up on back to school clothes, Ed Hardy shoes, Air Force Ones from the
Oh,
spot,
the Ed Hardy
Jordans from the
shoes.
spot.
Okay,
I
can
had
you let that go, please?
no
You
because
didn't even have to
that
say that.
that's a part of our journey.
It's part of your journey. I don't even acknowledge it.
Alicia, we've been past the spot days. I'm scarred from that, but I'm just saying
It was a mistake, okay?
it was Mesquite is what it was.
All right, let's move on. All right, thank you for the Black Business of the Week. All right, so
Not you over it. Okay.
over it. Okay, Summer welcome. Okay, so I only have one shop talk, and it's a clownery application. Dani Leigh. Let me first of all say this. I do I am like, there is no excuse for driving under influence. Period. Point blank. Under no circumstances. I don't want to hear no excuse about how you know your car, how it's all good, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, you should not be operating no kind of motor vehicle if you have been drinking. And I do think that there's a spectrum, maybe like a little tipsy, but it's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going like 10 minutes of street. I don't support that, but I am a little bit more understanding of that versus people that's been like taking shots, drinking all these drinks, really turning up. It's extremely selfish and dangerous. And
Mm,
Dani Leigh basically was drunk driving. She hit somebody on the motor. I don't know if it was a moped or a motor wheelchair. I saw a couple different descriptions, but this person has apparently a punctured kidney and spinal damage. Thank God they're going to survive, but I just hope they don't end up paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
it's just a shame because she is somebody that has access to, we honestly, we all have access to getting a driver. You know what I'm saying? We all have the capacity to get an Uber or whatever it takes to not get behind the wheel. But witnesses were saying that she was bobbing and weaving through the lane, that she sped off after hitting the pedestrian. And then she when they got her, their breathalyzer was like 2 times the legal limit. It's just really a shame. And I'm sorry. There's no excuse for driving under influence.
Yeah.
It's so, and I know there's a lot of things that happen and people still commit crimes knowing the repercussions, but DUI is such a selfish act, man. It makes me angry. I can't even lie. It almost makes me more angry than so many of the more popular, or I won't say popular, common heinous crimes. Something about DUI just don't sit with me. Sit well with me. I can't get jiggy with it.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So
I did see that. I just feel like she's had so much going on within the last couple of years that she's one of those people that just need to take some time off and just rebrand in a few years and try again.
just
Because
got some acknowledgement from Beyonce for her choreography work. Like, Jesus.
it's like, and you know what's so crazy? I be feeling bad because I notice people like that, and I get that we all go through things and we all have life happening to us and all this other stuff. But you ever notice that you ever see some people where you feel like shit just always happening to them? It just makes you
Yeah,
not interested,
I
and I
was
hate
just tweeting about
and
this.
and I hate feeling like I'm being insensitive or something. But most of the time, when people have all that shit going on, it could be avoided. Most of it is your fault.
Always.
Most
Yes,
of
no,
it is your
you're
fault.
right.
So
It
I
be a
don't be
lot of
having
carelessness.
yeah, like I hate being around people who just always have something going on. They always, and like I said, I don't want to sound insensitive, but I'm just like, you always mad, you always sad or depressed, you always need something, you always get into an accident, you're always fighting somebody. It's like every time you go out, you argue with people. I can't really get
It's
into
a
it. Like,
lot, it's a lot, and it's like you might feel bad for them a couple times first couple times because they might be new to you, but if you have good, if you got a little common sense, you start to be like, "Alright, hold on. What's going on with this
this is
person?"
you can't
I
buy
just tweeted
discernment
about
at
this.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Know
Don't
that.
don't get it from Target either.
Yep.
But, but no, for real, I was just tweeting about it's something, and I don't know who I was thinking of in that moment, but it definitely was somebody that I probably heard a story about. But it's some people where trouble just always, it's always something. Oh, I left my phone in the middle of 285, or oh my God, I left my door open,
Oh, I
and
lost my wallet.
it's
I
just always something, and it's just like, and then this is my logic. I'd be like, okay, now granted, y'all, I locked my stuff out my own house yesterday, but let me be clear, I just moved in, and I lock every door that I leave out of because of PTSD. Okay, so all right. But aside from that, but like you said, oh, I lost my wallet. Oh, it happens all the time. For me, I have like a mental checklist. All right, you got your keys, you got your wallet, got your shoes, got your purse. Da, 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 da. People go to the restaurant, ain't got their ID. Get into, and it's just like Jesus
Now,
Christ,
granted,
or
I
oh
have
my
done that before.
God,
I have
my
done
car
that
got
before, but
towed at
usually it'll
Tarmac.
be like, oh, it's in my car. Like I've probably like went through the drive through somewhere and pulled my wallet out my bag. But I know that I'm not like I be having so many things going on at one time, so I just create a routine that works for me. Like I put my wallet and my chapstick and my keys and anything that I know I'm gonna be looking for throughout the day. I put it inside of a bag or a pouch or
Yeah.
something and just keep it in a place where I know, like, as soon as it's time for me to leave out the door, I can just grab it and go.
And
Or
that
I'll
to me,
keep
that's even the
extra.
smaller end. Some people just be in mess all the time. Oh my gosh, me and my mama don't fell out. Me and my uncle, he think I
I'm
stole from him. And it's just
tired.
like, what is going on? And y'all, I don't know about everybody that's listening, but me and Draco, we are grown. Okay. We
Yeah,
passed the 20, we ain't 25, 20. We in our 30, we in our mid 30s at that.
I am
Like it's to
almost
the point.
35.
Yes, so it's to the point where it's like, listen now, you don't have like you guys to get it. And I feel like, and I don't, you know what's so funny? I like tweeting with the idea that nobody can see my tweets. So when people reply to my tweets, I'd be like, oh my God, they on to me. But I've been tweeting a lot of just about like, you got to get your life. We are gonna be 50 at some point, 60, God willing, we get to see, the next several decades. But you got to get your life together, man. I mean,
And let me tell
it's
you
a lot of
something.
people just living
I
day by
see people
day.
that's in their 50s and 40s and still be needing stuff from people
That's
and
what I'm
needing,
saying, and
you know
that's
what I'm saying? Like,
scary. And it
now
ain't
it's
because
different
they
if
feel
you're
on hard
immobile.
times, it's
Like
because
if
they
you have
constantly make
medical conditions, okay, I get that.
exactly.
But I'm
Yes,
saying
but this
like,
is people who have a history of making poor choices.
yeah, exactly.
It's scary. It's
Exactly.
a scary thought. So I obsess over like when how I'm going to retire, how making sure that if something like with what's going on with the economy right now, every day I think about if I'm finna get laid off. What's that gonna look like for me? What's my backup plan? Do I have enough money to pay my bills? And not obviously I'm in a very privileged position to even have that kind of security. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I just feel like I am just so obsessed with making sure that I'm making it. But it's some people that's just literally taking Tuesday by Wednesday by Thursday by Friday, and that's scary for real. And then a lot of times, and not everybody, but a lot of times people they don't take accountability for the part that they played in it, and they want everybody else owe them to help them out or to look out for them. It's just a really it's just scary. But y'all, we grown. We are the new adults, and we've been the new adults for about 14 years. So
Yeah, for
it's
sure. So
scary. And really
buy
longer
you
than that.
a let's start working on retirement plans and buy you a grill. Let's
No, please
go.
get a grill. Hey, when Draco sent me that grill, I was like, "That's the same grill we used when I liked it to get cut off. We used to cut that grill
When you
on."
sent me that, I was like, "Oh my god,
I
why would
swear
you
to
say that?"
God, and one time we didn't even have a grill. We had so one time, y'all listen. I don't know if y'all realize, but I used to be dead poor, and I mean poor, 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 not broke, poor, poor. So one time, our bill, our lights and our gas and our water, all that used to get cut off all the time. So one time, I guess it was our gas, it was whatever the power of the stove, because I don't know what kind of stove we had. We get cut off. We had a house that actually had a bunch of like random cinder blocks around the house. So my mama made a grill out of that, and she used like a tray, like a pizza rack, like a cookie sheet. I'm not cookie
Yeah,
sheet, but you know, the little, so she used the little thing to put over the cinder blocks, and then we literally grilled with cast iron skillets over this mock grill. And I will never forget having scrambled cheese eggs on the grill, bruh.
go off.
Went the F off. And I ain't had it again since then. So I don't know how good it slapped, but I know for a fact it slapped. Cause somebody that charcoal smoke do something to you. And
It
what's
really
crazy
do.
is I don't even know if I think we had lighter fluid, but I think we was using sticks. I don't even know if we had charcoal. I don't even know. All I know is them scrambled grilled eggs.
No,
Waffle
it
House
really
didn't look
it
into
go
that.
off because I put like even when I grill, I put all my vegetables on there. So I put Brussels sprouts, I'll put grilled mushrooms, whatever, put on there, and it be busting.
Mm, 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 mm. Anyways, but yes, for real, y'all. And if you feel like you have a friend that's bringing you down because they're always having problems, you got to look out for yourself. If you got to detach yourself from them people, sometimes that might be what they need to shake it up, wake it up. But sometimes that stuff can leak into your personal life, and now you find yourself stressed out about stuff that's not even your problem. And
Mm.
I don't. That's one thing I don't go for. I can't even do it. But
Mm-mm.
anyways, so last week Draco and I we had a conversation about like finding ourselves and what does that look like, what does that mean, et cetera, et cetera. And Draco had the brilliant idea to talk about making friends as an adult.
We had a conversation, right? And
Hmm.
the conversation was just about making friends, I guess. And
Yeah,
so
it was just like, how do you even do it? Like, what the freak?
and it's so funny because we've like in our younger years we've made friends with people and like met different people, but it was very organic, and we were able to like decipher, okay, maybe we don't need to hang out with this person, okay, maybe this person is cool to keep around for a little minute. And I think both of us have this mentality a little bit. Like I feel like I do make friends a lot, but it's like, okay, I've been knowing these people for a long time. I'm comfortable around them, and I'm okay with this.
Hmm.
I'm okay with what I got already.
Hmm.
The reason why I brought it up is because of just the type of person that you are. Not saying it's a bad thing, but people who
Okay.
know you would
Hmm.
laugh at somebody if they was around and they asked you that, or if they were trying to be your friend, because it's like you don't know her at all. Like
Yeah.
you don't know her, and it's just because that you aren't the typical person, and which is so crazy because it's like people our age, of course they have families and blah 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 whatever, but you don't smoke, you don't drink, you're not going to smoke
Hmm.
hookah, you're not going to no club, um you're not going to no bar. If you do, you ain't gonna stay that long, and you're not drinking and you're not smoking. You better give me a glass of water.
Y'all got some French fries.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times that's an issue with people because whatever, they want to hang out with people who do who are doing similar things as them.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think that that's ultimately what it boils down to as an adult when you make friends. Because I think for me, when I'm looking for friends or when I'm looking like to meet new people or whatever, I look at the quality of their life. Now,
Hmm.
granted, I'll look at somebody or I'll be around somebody and I think they're so ratchet, but I love them because they so real. Like and
Yeah,
I don't
you
judge
get
people
you
off of
gotta
that.
look deep. You gotta move. You gotta look besides that. You gotta really look at their character.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a ratchet person or he's a ratchet person, but they so real. They take care of they self. They blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? They're taking care of their
Mhm.
kids if they have them, or whatever. They just like to have fun and do this blah blah blah. Now, if you just irresponsible, like I can't be around people who are irresponsible. Like we were just talking about, like always losing stuff. They're not
Yes,
motivated because here's the
annoying.
thing. Here's the thing. I'm really starting to understand what my position is as far as like my career and just the stuff that I do. So I understand that this is not regular for people. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I have to be around people also who I can talk to them about this type of stuff, and they don't take it as me showing off or bragging. Just say that because some people
Yeah.
take that as. I've even had people say, "Oh, okay, yeah, you know these people, but what are they doing?" Da, 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 da. I'm like,
And that's just coming from their own lack. It's just that it's just
you know what I'm
not.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't ever want to put myself in those situations because I be around people that do stuff like that, and that's so tacky to me. So I don't want to be around people. You know who to say stuff around, like for the most part. For the most part, you can if you got good discernment, like I keep saying, you know who to say stuff around and who not to. But you just have to, as an adult, it's really important to just really, really, and like you can know somebody forever but you don't know them. You ain't hung around them. You don't know what they got.
You
You
ain't took
got
no
you got to
trip with
get
them, and
real
y'all ain't been
personal with them.
roommates. Yeah,
You got to
yeah,
get real
yeah.
personal with them. I mean, like even with me watching stuff like um Jeffrey Dahmer, the movie, the thing, like he had friends. He had
And
like
he was
as
living a
you know what
whole
I'm
nother
saying. You don't
life.
even know
Yeah.
what the fuck they have going on.
No, for real.
So you
You
have to be
really
very
don't.
cautious. People are studying witchcraft. People are doing all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's
You ever
you
went to
have
somebody's house for the first time and was very shocked? You be like,
yes. I
uh-uh.
you know what's so crazy? Lord forgive me. I could look at somebody and tell they got a dirty house. I've been shook one time because I've went to
I don't
somebody's
know.
house.
It's some girls, it's some women who look very polished, and you go to their house and
No, I was about
can't.
to say that. I've assumed that somebody had a dirty house and I went to the house and it was clean as
Oh,
hell.
gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm like, oh damn. But yeah, also even like I see a lot of the Instagram influencers, they be getting exposed for having dirty homes. And I'm just like, damn, like my thing about
It
this,
ain't
and
nothing to put on a cute outfit. That's about as far as it
it
go.
ain't nothing to use your resources. My thing about it is y'all and I'm not judging girls that do this because get your money and get your life. If you're able to do that, if you're able to make money from how you look, by all means, I think that's so T. Like, of course, you need to do something smart with the money and or whatever, but
Maximize the situation. I
maximize the
listen.
situation. My thing about it is a housekeeper will cost you $250 at most in most cities. So
For
you
like the
would
typical
rather
two
have a
bedroom.
dude buy you a Birkin and he can't
Yeah.
call you a little
It's just
housekeeper, sweep up a
priorities.
little mop. I don't know. It just be really weird out here. I don't know. You know,
Talk
I
to
don't
the
know
mic a
people's
little
situation.
bit. Sorry, I don't mean to keep saying it.
I don't know
There we go.
everybody's situation, but I just be looking at stuff. It's so many different things that you had to take into account before you start bringing yourself around people.
Yeah, and it's like you almost gotta pace yourself. So something I was thinking about recently is I definitely am stricter about my friend criteria as an adult, but I will say there are some people that I've been cool with for a really long time, and I don't know if I would befriend them in present day. Like I feel like there are some things I probably am a little more lenient on from like childhood friends or like
Yeah.
younger friends because when I met them we were kids. Our mental capacity went, but so far, and I've gotten to know them over several years. Now, not saying that they're bad people, but I feel like the type of friends that I am looking to have today is just a lot more different. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain persona. And so I think it's important to just know about the things that think about it. And this is and the only reason why I mention that is because I have not really made a lot of new friends. A lot of people that I talk to, I've pretty much known in some kind of way for a long time. But as far as new people, it's like now the things that it's like a relationship. It's like, what are some things that are important to you right now? All right. Does this person have that? And not that you're trying to date your friends, but you need to have something in common, something to like make you excited to even want to hang around this person, to enjoy their company, et cetera, et cetera. But I just think that I think that that's one thing. But then, because we're adults and we work, it was easy to make friends when we were younger because we wasn't doing a whole lot. We didn't have for real responsibilities, not like we do now. Especially even if we were in school, you got a bunch of people. Like it's like when most people make their friends at work, right? Because that's where you spend a lot of your time. Over time,
Yeah.
you get to know each other, you get comfortable. Or if you're in school, if you're in college, everybody got a common goal. But I think now it's like, where do you even find friends besides social media? Is it just hanging out with other friends? Like, because a lot of my friends I've also met because they're other people's friends. Like, I don't really.
Yep. I've met people through people. I meet people through work. I have most of my friends are in the industry. They like makeup artists or hairstylists or something like that, or stylists. It's something that's like the people that I hang out with on a regular. And if you don't really fall in that category, I don't. It's not that I don't want to hang out with you, but like for instance, I have a friend that's a flight attendant. So obviously you have a more structured schedule than I do because
Do
you
they?
get
I
yeah,
don't know.
but I mean, they get their schedule like a month in advance.
Okay.
You get to
Okay.
choose if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
Like and
Your junk can
just
change right now.
exactly like I told my friend last week. I was just like, yeah, I got booked for Italy the day before or 2 days
Yeah.
before. Like you know what I'm saying. Like life happens like
And
that.
that would annoy me if I'm looking to like date somebody and we got plans and then you got to
Even
leave the
be friends.
country.
Screw dating. But
Yeah.
that's why I have a problem with making friends like that because this person gets really upset because we may have made plans and we may go this place or whatever, and then I have to go to work. I have to go out of town. I have to do this. This is my job. I have an on call job technically. I
Yeah.
hate that it's like that, but unfortunately, this is just what the cards that I'm
That's
dealt
what
with right
comes
now.
with it. Yeah. I mean, if you were an actor or a singer or some kind of artist, I mean, you are artist, but I mean, like musical artists,
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
And so he doesn't understand that. And I try to get him to explain, I'll try to explain it over and over and over. And I'm starting to realize that it's just not going to work for us as
Yeah.
friends because
And yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to feel guilty for going to work and or doing stuff, or even if I'm like, picked up a last minute job. Like, this is a lot of work. I have to stand up on my feet the whole time pretty much I'm at work. I get to sit down a little bit, but I have to stand up on my feet. I'm carrying like 5 or 6 bags, a makeup chair, lights. I'm tired. I'm 34. Like, I'm not 25 years
And ain't
old. Like, this
nobody
is
about
a
to be
lot.
adjusting that to be friends with somebody. You got to make a living. Bills is due. And while you
No,
might
we
get
have
booked a
to just
lot, that could be different next month or the month after that.
yes.
And yeah.
Like, you have, and it's so hard being friends with people who just, who don't have that going on, or who or stuff. Like, sometimes it's okay. Like, some people understand it. Like, whatever. And I get that it can be frustrating, but as far as like everyday friends and doing stuff with people, I'd rather hang out with people who understand that and who can speak my same language
Yeah.
on that. That just makes it more comfortable. Like, even now, like I've been like more receptive of meeting new people because like before I moved here, that's not a thing. Like, I just didn't walk around here like, oh, we can be cool, let's hang out, blah blah blah. But in
Yeah, I
LA,
don't
that's
do
the
it.
culture.
99% chance I'm be regretting it, so I don't even offer that.
Exactly. Like, LA, that's the culture though. That's how you meet people. That's how you get jobs. That's how whatever. So I've had to change that. I've had to like change my mindset. I definitely like I said before, I started taking anxiety medication. That helps a lot. That helped me a lot. Like, that
Really?
helped
Does it
me
calm you
a
down? Do you feel it?
I don't feel it. Like, I don't. It works because I noticed the change in my routines. Like, I'm not more. I'm less tense when I wake up in the morning. Um, I'm more receptive to start conversations with people instead of just in
Mhm.
the corner on my phone.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
good.
It's stuff like that. So I notice it. It's not something that's like making me jittery like Adderall or something, but it definitely works. Um, I end up. It's this guy that does hair and makeup out here. He's black and he's in a union. It's not many black men. Even when I did a shoot like 2 weeks ago, there was a lady who's in a union. She's Asian, and she was just, we had a conversation. We had a 2-day shoot, so we started having a conversation, and she was just saying how like it should be so easy for me to get in the union because they need diversity, and it would be like, say for instance, if what's a black movie?
Little Mermaid.
Okay, let's say Little Mermaid. So, say for instance, if Little Mermaid was being filmed and they needed somebody who knew how to do locks or like black hair or treat black hair, they know that I'm in a union and I specialize in that. Or even if I'm not in the union, they can bring me in on that just because that's like a special request. I do something that they can't do.
Mm.
So I specialize in like dark skin or black hair because it's not. I mean, these people don't know how to do that shit
Does the
out here.
union have like a office? They have like a HR? Like how does it who is it like the Illuminati? Is it just like a
Um, it's very weird. They do have like actual locations here, but they're different locations. Like, it'll be like 798, blah blah blah. These type of buildings, and it's for different things. Like, you can be in a union for like, I don't know, camera work or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mm.
those type of
Now the
things. So
writers are they in a union or is the Writers Guild something different?
yeah, the
Okay.
writers are in the union as well. So
Okay.
they all in the we all in the, like, well, I'm not in the union yet, but it's a different type of union.
And the
Um
union controls what you get paid? Do they put a cap on your pay? Like how does and
the
I don't expect
union
you to know all these people
No,
stuff,
no, no,
but
no. So the union is just basically saying that you're certified to work certain jobs. So you don't have to be union to do this stuff. Like, say for instance, if you want to work the Met Gala, 9 times out of 10 you got to be union.
yeah.
But if you're working with somebody like Kim Kardashian and she has her own glam team, you can still go. You can still do that type of stuff,
Oh,
but
I get what you're
that's by
saying.
that's by
Cause
luck.
she
That's
bringing it.
she's bringing you on.
You
But
got
see,
it. Okay.
with the union, they're finding you people, or a company is an agent is reaching out to these people, and they're
Mm.
getting, you know,
Almost like an event planner. It's like, yeah,
almost
you
like
can
event
go, you
planner.
can call a venue, you can book your wedding, or you can get an event planner and they're gonna make sure you have the caterers, the decorators, all these different
Exactly.
things. Okay, and they're gonna cost more, but it's because it's more esteemed. It's like, okay,
Exactly. So yeah, you're gonna get guaranteed a certain rate, like union rates. It can't go below certain things, and you have to have certain like you get meal penalties if you don't get fed on set. They have to pay you for that. Um, all type of stuff. It's so many different things. You get like dental, health insurance. You get
it's free.
retirement. It comes well. No, to join the union,
Oh, but
you have fees. So
okay.
the fees for makeup artists, I think, is $5,000. But I think you just pay that one time, unless I get brought in as a personal by somebody, and I don't have to pay shit. I don't have to pay nothing.
That's crazy.
So that's what I'm trying to do is just get brought on by a
LA got
personal.
all kinds of things you ain't gotta pay. Like Kim K ain't gotta go to law school. She can just do her apprenticeship.
You know what?
No, I
But
think that's really cool. I hope you get in. I know you've been talking about the union for a long time, and I would have just paid that
it's
little
hard.
5K.
It's
Not little
hard. So
5K, but
I'm hanging out. I'm gonna
ain't no
start hanging.
little.
I'm supposed to be having lunch with this boy Patrick. Patrick, I met him on the set of this show I
Patrick
did.
Star?
Okay. I met him on
Uh,
the set of a show that I did with Issa Rae when I first moved here. He was on hair, makeup, and grooming, which is crazy. He's in the union.
dang.
He just got union maybe like a year and a half ago, and he's been asking me if I want to become union because I've been showing interest in doing stuff like that. And then of course he works with some of the people that I know, so they may have said something, but we're supposed to be linking up soon. He wants to start hanging out. He even said that to one of my clients. He was like, "Oh, do you know Patrick from something?" He said he wants to hang out with you. Da, da, da. I'm like, "Okay, cool." So hopefully he can help me. But I would
Yeah.
be inclined to hang out with somebody like this because he don't do too much. Like I follow him on social media. He don't do a lot. He don't be.
Go to his
He
house
seems
first.
very.
Let's see. I'm just
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just playing.
he
I'm just
seems very like mannerable and
That's what
cool.
I target for people. I'm like, do they just be chilling? Okay, that's my kind of people because I
Yeah.
can't.
So I
Yeah.
fuck with that. So I'm hanging out with him soon. This is gonna be the first time in a long time that I've actually because out here the people that I hang out with are people that I've known before from somewhere, some capacity. I knew you before I moved here. So this
Yeah.
is gonna be one of the first people, or second, because Candice I didn't know her before I moved here, but this is gonna be second person. So I'm trying to learn how to make friends as an adult, but it's really hard. It's not easy. It's
Yeah.
really not easy.
I can imagine, and you actually be in social environments. I mean, now that I work from home, so this is what I will say. My job has really great channels for communication. Like we have so corporate Mecca, we use something called Slack. Just think like Skype Messenger, basically. But in Slack, you can create channels or what you can call group chats. So we have my company ATL on our Slack channel. So it's everybody who works for the company that lives in Atlanta but is remote, obviously. So that we do things like volunteer events, we get coffee, we do little gatherings, and that's been really good for me. Even though some of the people I've been linking up with, not my kind of people, but it's just good to have like a counterpart and stuff like that. So I try to do that because I still am. I don't really know how to explain it. Obviously, I think I know you know me very well, but I am a very social person. But I
Yeah.
don't. I want to be in strict control of that. And even though I'm social, the people I socialize with, I don't always want to, what I'm saying? It's complicated. So I do still put myself out there to see what I can find because I'm really big on networking, but I'm not going to fake it. Like if I'm not feeling it, and I'm not
Oh,
going to
for
keep you
sure. For
around, just
sure.
keep you around. But it has been helpful. But when I was working in the office, I was a part of the like the fun committee, I guess you could say. Really was more than a fun. It was like the employee engagement. We were planning like real events and stuff like that just to keep people involved. And so that was helpful. It worked for promotions and stuff like that. But work from home has made it a little less simple. So what I do at my job, if I see somebody that has a job that I think is interesting, I'll set up a meeting with them, a virtual meeting with them, and we would just talk about our careers or our role at the company. And I can get the vibe from there, like, okay, this person is cool. And so I'll dress it up as like keeping contact as like a network opportunity. But I can make a friend that way, like, okay, I got a friend that works in cybersecurity. She's super cool. She's from Houston, blah, blah, blah. And now I got a friend that way. Cause you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's always got to be professional. Cause I don't,
I
I
was
don't know.
just
It's
about to say that it's different for you too because you work in a professional environment, so you can't even be around certain stuff because you don't want to. You like that could put
I
your
can't
job on the
even be in
line.
my real element for real.
Yeah,
I mean, it's got to come down to like my two of my good friends, Ashley and Leah. I met them when I was working at Home Depot, and we realized the thing is, if they from Atlanta, it's a lot easier. But a lot of the black women that I come across, they are very like suburban raised, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I tend to even code switch with them a little bit because I don't want it to be overwhelming because I know it can be. And then
yeah,
some, I don't know. I feel like what I'm saying might not be making sense, but I just feel like everyone has a style or a look and feel or a brand for themselves or what they like. And so I'm just in search of that. And I don't want to force it and be friends with people just because of what they can offer me. I want to actually be able to have something in common with them. So thank God I have had really cool neighbors become friends with. So I mean I will say I consistently make friends. I make friends on social media. So that's not a problem. But I just need when I make these friends, always have to let them know, like, when they want to go to the club for their birthday and stuff, like I'm sorry, I'm just not that girl. I don't want to go. And I know it's your birthday. I've even
see,
bought tickets to events for friends' birthdays just so I can support and then told them, like, I'll buy a ticket, but I'm not going. Like
you
I
paid for
can't.
a room on my birthday trip and didn't come, so I
Well, and
know.
I wanted to go. I can't remember what happened with that. But yeah, so it's cool. But I think so for people that if y'all are in a position like us, and you feel like you want to make more friends. I think a really big thing is networking opportunities. Just you know. What I like to do is to get to know what people do. If it's a professional environment, get a dog. Let me tell you something. I never knew my neighbors till I got a dog that everybody
Oh
cared.
yeah.
I made so many new friends in my new subdivision. A lot. It's so many millennials in my neighborhood with dogs, no
No
kids.
period.
Black people too, black couples, cool people. You know what I'm saying? So we get to know each other. Now I don't know if we're gonna hang out beyond that, but it's just another thing where you could just kind of get to know folks. Take yourself out to eat. You can go to, some people like to go to the bar and stuff like that. But even when I'm out in public, whenever I see a black woman with a Telfar, I be like, okay, Telfar. I just be doing little things. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
But I
yeah,
know
yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
not
yeah.
an extrovert like myself, but you just gotta find something that you enjoy and then put yourself in that environment to attract like-minded people. And it might not always happen. But finding friends and finding a man is very hard.
Mm.
But
Mm. Listen,
anyhow, let me see what else is on this chat list. Um that's really all I got, honey.
um,
It's so
sorry.
funny how whenever we go through an episode, we talk about certain topics. The time always end up being around 50 something minutes. It won't even be trying. Remember, we used to have a strict 45-minute timer.
Yeah, no, I don't. I just be talking my talk.
I
You
got
feel?
y'all, so in my personal life, I got a tenant moving into one of my rentals in a couple of weeks. I got a couple of tenants that's gonna renew their lease at my other property, one that's moving out. So I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to think. One of my tenants, the one that's moving out, she sent me a really nice text message today. I really am grateful that they think that I'm a good landlord. Not think, because I know I am a good one, but it's just nice to have a mutual, like, professional relationship, I guess you could say. Like, I offer a good service, they provide me with a good experience. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So it was really nice. One of my tenants, she's gonna be a doctor, and she'll be done soon. And she was like, she want to keep in contact. We might cross paths. I'm like, of course, girl. We adults. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
we
for
ain't close
sure.
in age, but but even then, it's like, hey, maybe I need to know why my ears blowing up. What's going on?
Oh my god.
But
Oh my
anyways,
god.
yeah, that's all I got. I ain't got. That's all I've been working on. I've been painting my condo, just really getting it ready to I mean, it's really ready now, but it's just little things here and there I want to touch up. Like I need to get the door frame replaced and stuff like that. But all that I can do over time. It's not
I
urgent, but.
I ain't got nothing coming up. I just want to get my hair done. I do want to drop a few more pounds
Oh,
and
me
work
too.
on
I
that.
dropped 3 so far. That's good.
I don't weigh myself, so I don't know.
Every single
Um,
day I get on that scale.
It's starting to get summertime, so LA is very, very, very notable and known for having day parties. So that's my favorite because I can be out back home by 8 or 10, like 10:30 at the latest.
I never been to. I would actually like to go to a day party because I could at a day party I could sit down for real and don't talk and eat some French fries.
Sometimes.
Yeah, well, not the everyday people ones. I'm talking about some because
Yeah.
I see
But
what
you
they've
know
been
what
doing in
though?
underground. I don't like
No
all that like
shade.
that.
Everyday people is such a fun place, especially for any type of person. That's literally why it's called everyday people. They do have food and stuff there. Like you don't have to
I want
do
to sit in a
that.
cabana or something in the cut. I don't want to be on the
Okay, so
floor.
you want to go to a day party in Vegas? Got you.
Peter Street used to have this one spot. I never got a chance to. I think I went once actually. They would have day parties and it would just be like a patio, but it wouldn't be too thick. Like I don't want it to
The
be
thing
thick. I
about
just
it is,
want.
if you're going to a day party in Atlanta, it's going to swing off the roof. It may
I
not look
know.
like it, but it's gonna do. Yeah.
I don't want to say excuse me just to get to the front door. I just want to get some
Um.
French fries.
Okay. Yeah. They.
I do want to be more outside this summer. Last summer I definitely was being careful with COVID, but I'm a little bit more comfortable with that now. I don't care how everybody else might feel about it, but I still want to protect myself.
I feel you.
So, but I do
Yeah,
want
I
to
think
be
you
a little
should. I
more.
think you should hang out more. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm like, I want to go out, but that also causes me to have clothes, and that means I have to get new clothes because my
Oh
clothes
yeah,
don't
yeah,
fit.
yeah.
It's
All
just
I wear
too
is
much.
oversized t-shirts and biker shorts. That's my uniform.
Okay, then oversized. Maybe I should steal that.
Oh, that's my favorite outfit because I can eat and be full, and you don't even look like I don't want to look like Sierra.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh no. But yeah, I ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna go watch some J Set videos, take a shower. Yeah.
Make Jay
Let
say
me just
normally.
tell y'all, Jay Sutton has made a full return, and Twitter is up. And but here's the thing, though, I called it months ago because a lot of these TikTok challenges are literally just Jay Set routines. So I'm like, I feel like it's gonna make a return.
Did you
And
really just tweet me back while you on the
um,
microphone with me?
so my Twitter is weird. It drafts all my tweets until I log on. So if I tweet something and get
Oh,
off, it won't send it. So
I'm like,
because I clicked the Twitter app, it sent all my a mess.
your Twitter going through it.
I just want my Twitter back.
Hang it up flat screen.
I'm over it. I mean, I'm okay with this new Twitter, but this is just ugly. Like I don't. I need all my memes. I don't have my funny videos. My look at this. It tweeted all my. It tweeted 3 tweets in 50 seconds. The last 50
That's
seconds.
kind of fire.
Four. But I've been tweeted this stuff a long time ago.
Not give me
I
my
had.
face.
Why you think my eyes red? I've been took a nap. This is insane. Okay, well,
Okay, we go out. We all over the place.
sorry.
All right.
Follow me on Twitter, y'all.
Don't follow me.
It's still F Draco. So FVCKDRVCO. Still before that. Still F Draco.
One more thing before we go. I really love not posting on my Instagram stories, but then doing a monthly recap. That's my favorite thing to do. That's
A
all.
month. Oh yeah, that's cute. I like when you do that. But I like when people do that, and I like when people do photo dumps. I love photo
Yeah,
dumps.
on they page. If I
Yeah.
actually had some pictures of myself, I would do those. But I like to just do a monthly. And I even though my dumps don't be about nothing, it's just like, look, this is what I've been up to.
Mm.
All right,
Mm.
y'all. It's another episode of OD Podcast. Holla at your girl.
And the twirl line here in the streets. What's
Look
up?
at Hazel.
Hey.
Look at Hazel. She ain't even on the bed.
Okay. I'll be like that too.
Oh, she woke up. Stretching. Oh,
Yeah,
stretch it out.
Stretchiana.
Ooh, oh, my little boo boo. All right, y'all. Bye.
See ya.